reaching out, 'cause I cannot fight this feeling anymore. Feels like I've been blown away. I'm pushing out, we're not running round in circles anymore. Feels like I've been blown away, and I won't do it again. No, 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 I won't do it again. No, 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 I won't do it again. And I won't do it again. And I won't do it again. These words won't get through to me when I'm not listening. These words are no use, no telling me, is this worth risking? And I won't do it again. I'm reaching out, 'cause I cannot fight this feeling anymore. Feels like I've been blown away. I'm pushing out, we're not running round in circles anymore. Feels like I've been blown away, and I won't do it again. No, 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 I won't do it again. No, 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 and I won't do it again. And I won't do it again. These words won't get through to me when I'm not listening. These words are no use, no telling me, is this worth risking? And I won't do it again.
Um,
Well, what are we? What's the topic of
um,
discussion?
the
Anything.
audio,
Completely
the audio's
anything.
coming out of your speaker, Cammy.
Yeah, we could hear the echo.
Do it how you had it before.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
It's on my phone. What? No. Okay. Let me put on my phone then. Cause my. Okay, bye.
Cause I'm needing that day, coming straight there from you. I'm gonna take a deep breath, cut the loving into, cause I'm needing that day. Oh, Mr. Magician, your trickery is fine. Mr. Magician, I want you to be mine. Mr. Magician, you're pulling down my spine. Mr. Magician, I want you to be mine. I take a breath, I suffocate. You rip me off the preliminal stages. You're playing with my fire. You're burning away your sheets.
And hello, everybody. We are here for our very first podcast. As you guys can see next to me, right here is Cami. Right under me is Luna. Hello, guys. Introduce yourselves.
Okay, I'll go first. So, I'm Cammy, or you can just call me Laura. On the PS4, I'm known as Cammy_Mooncake. Or Dumpling, whatever Coochie calls me.
All right. Luna.
Sorry. I feel like this. All right. Hey, what's up, guys? What's up? It's your girl Looney Lunar back at it again with the podcast.
I was just waiting for
You
her to
guys-
sit
you
that.
guys don't know me. I'm LooneyLunar007 on Twitch and on Instagram. But my buddies just call me Luna. So welcome to the podcast.
And if you guys are wondering, I do have their links below, right in the description on YouTube, and if I'm not mistaken, on Facebook also. So you could check them out there, and you could actually see them streaming. Usually they stream almost every other day or every day, right?
Me definitely.
She does. I don't know. Sometimes I stream, sometimes I don't, because my Wi-Fi is garbage.
Yeesh. Yeesh. But yeah, you guys can see down below in the description below, Facebook and YouTube. It will have their links below. And today we are just going to talk to you guys and see how everybody's doing. I'm going to actually ask these guys a couple of questions, or a few questions actually, and actually see how life has been treating them during this pandemic. We know how everything has been affected. Everybody has been affected through this whole year. And it's been exactly over 1 year now since everybody has been stuck inside. Now, Luna, I know you've been gaming for a while. You've been streaming for a little while too. How do you cope with gaming and staying inside through this whole pandemic? And how does that affect your daily life also?
Well, be honest with you. In the beginning of the pandemic, I was in a relationship, but I ended up ceasing that, and I dedicated since the pandemic started up until about now to really focus on myself, my goals, my aspirations, what I want in life. And being alone is one of the most purest forms of really trying to figure out who you are. Because when you have someone next to you, you're focusing on them, you're not really focusing on yourself. So for over a year and a half to almost 2 years now, I've really been taking the time to really just focus on myself and getting my shit together. I'm a college student. I do have aspirations to become a professional one day. I just don't know when it's going to happen. However, I have taken the time to really focus and reevaluate what I want, what I need personally, because I think when it comes to personality development, it's not something that just happens when you're a kid. It's something that always it's ever changing. It's always adaptive. That's why the brain is so complex and it's very impressive because you can always adapt to situations. Just depends how you adapt to them.
Right, right. And that's a good point. That's a good point because the human body or the human mind itself is actually made to adapt to any living situation. Our bodies are literally made to adapt. If you actually put your hand under water, you know how it gets pruny and everything. Um, that's because your body is actually formulating itself to the water where it could actually make a grip. Because when you put your hand in the water, you can't grip anything, you can't grab anything because your hands aren't made for it. Once your hand makes itself more pruny, that's when it's actually making a grip for your fingers to actually touch something. What about you, Cami? What have you been doing during this pandemic, and how have you been actually living and coping with this stuff? And what do you do to cope with it?
I'm coping now. Um, I don't know. I have a really good support system at home. I have Lourdes. I have my family. I always keep myself busy. I don't like a boring lifestyle. That just doesn't sound like me. I love to go out. So, although during the pandemic things were closed down, I still try to spend more time with, I mean, not more time. I still try to spend time going out with my family. Um, I'm a college student. College was really hard because everything shifted online, and I cannot teach myself. Like, I'm not the smartest person. I require an adult to teach me, even though I'm an adult myself.
I was gonna
I
say.
require someone else to teach me the material. Like, these professors expect us to read 40 pages a night and understand the material. Like, I cannot memorize 40 pages worth of information. You gotta tell me what I should know and what I shouldn't know, what I can discard, what I can keep. Yeah, so college is tough, but I'm hanging on. I'm almost done. I think I graduate 2022 um next year. I am in a relationship with Lourdes's Luna's brother.
Oh wow!
Um
I did not even know that. That's
Yeah,
actually
we're
news
oh
to
yeah,
me.
we're sisters in
we're sisters in law.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm in a relationship with her brother. That is going well too. And I have a dog.
Oh my god, show her. Show her.
Where is she? Luna.
And her name is Luna. What the
Let's see.
hell?
Oh, she's up. Luna? She's under my bed.
Oh my god, did she die?
That'd be messed up.
No, no. She's under my bed. I can't get her. I can't show her.
We'll
She
show
won't
her
come out.
later.
I'll
For
show her
sure.
later. Yeah.
And that's awesome. That's awesome. You have friends and family to cope with, and you also have a relationship, as you said, which nowadays during this pandemic it's hard to keep one because of the fact that everybody's staying home.
Well, you see, the thing is, we never stayed home. Like, we broke quarantine rules. Yeah.
Holy
And wait,
hell!
what rating is this podcast?
It's actually all ages.
Okay.
No, you should put plus 18 just to
Okay,
be
Yeah.
safe.
hang on.
You
Hang
should
on.
put plus 18 just to be
I
safe.
don't think I can actually do that now. Hang on, give me a second. Let me see if I can. Do-do-do-do-do.
Thank goodness I asked.
Okay, so it isn't. No, it's actually not made for kids. It's once, okay, I can actually modify that once the video is done to actually
Okay.
make it above 18. But yeah,
Oh.
no, yeah, it'll be after the whole thing because I can't
Oh no,
modify it
because
before anything.
I was gonna say I was gonna risk it off for that pandemic penis, but
I mean, hey, whatever gets you going, fuck it, you know, and it's totally understandable.
I
no,
mean,
I'd also be like Brian risked it off for that pandemic pussy.
I mean, man, listen, man, it's it's hard out here, dog.
It
Hard
is.
out
Trust
here.
me, I already know. As the majority of my viewers know, I was engaged for almost four. Well, was engaged for 2 years, but I was with somebody for almost 4 years. And just recently, about a month and a half ago, we actually broke up, which was devastating. I'm not gonna lie, it was really devastating to the point where I actually, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I had an emotional breakdown and a mental breakdown, and I self-destructed all in less than 1 week, which uh, isn't healthy at all. It's not mentally healthy. And me working from home, I've been working from home for the past year now. Me working from home is not healthy at all either. So
Mm-mm.
it's been hard on me. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not trying to make this about me. I'm just saying that relationships during this pandemic are testing times. They really are, and they're just. I can tell you this much: it's just testing for everybody because of the fact that people are still trying to get by and also trying to actually make stuff work for themselves.
Mhm.
Now, I've got a question for you both. Since you guys have been gaming for a little while and somewhat streaming, how long have you guys been both streaming um, collectively in years? Cammy, would you like to go first?
Yeah, I started this year.
Really?
Well, I had an account. I just never used it.
Mm-hmm.
But starting this year is when I would stream frequently and for longer hours. I made it just so that like in the PS4 party you can only game share with one person that can
Right,
watch you.
right.
I made a Twitch just so that I can stream it and they can watch it at the same time.
That's awesome. That's
That was
awesome.
my initial reason why I made it. But yeah, I've been streaming for maybe say 6 months, and
Nice.
it was a good stream. I haven't had anybody rude yet.
Well, I mean, to be
Right.
honest, all three of us have seen rude people in
I
our
have.
lobbies.
Yes. I've seen Lourdes's streams. Yo, some people just don't have some chill. They need to
True.
chill out.
That's very true.
Yeah.
What about you, Luna? How long have you been streaming for
Oof.
collectively?
I've been streaming for about when I'm trying to remember because as I said before, I've been on a podcast before, and I remember being on their podcast, and it was and I just broke 25 followers on Twitch. That was in I want to say that was in November or October of last year.
Nice.
So that was about 6 months. I want to say about 6 to 8 months ago is when I first started streaming. And since then, it's been such an amazing experience. Like there's not a day that I stream and I don't laugh or if I don't get mad or it's
Right,
always
right,
something different, but you always expect the unexpected.
right,
Streaming for me is like I'm not gonna lie, I've developed it as a hobby. It's a hobby. It would I make it into a profession, if I ever got to the point where I was like maybe like Jacksepticeye or Markiplier or
huh?
PewDiePie, I don't ever see myself getting to that point. We're gonna be realistic. Realistic. I don't ever see myself getting to that point. I don't see myself putting in that much dedication into it unless I have a PC.
And that's
If
Mm.
fair.
I had a
That's fair.
PC and a proper setup and the motivation and drive to do it, then we can talk business. But streaming for me has been pretty it's good. It's good.
That's
I like
fair.
streaming. Streaming's fun. I get to talk to my audience. I have an audience. They like seeing me stream. I see people come in and out say, "Hey, your stream is fun. Hey, your stream is cool." But then you have the occasional jackass that wants to be, that wants to be a dick.
Yeah,
Your
But
dog
that's
no,
what
water.
that's how people are, and that's just stuff you got to deal with because it's
Yeah.
not like people just want to see you down because you're so up.
exactly, and I totally understand that because there are gonna be, and I've seen this from my own personal view also. There are gonna be people that won't support you, and there are gonna be people that will support you, but there are also people that will want to see you crash and burn. So
Hmm.
it's a rocky road to getting up to like that big streamer type. Me personally, I have a PC myself, but I don't have the proper equipment to actually stream a good game. Um, I barely have a good graphics card, which, to be honest, I'm glad I have it, but still. Um, and I don't have the actual equipment to actually be able to stream straight from my PC in general. Um, but it's a good road to go down. You know, grabbing a PC and using it. I mean, a lot of people when they actually start off on consoles and they want to stream, they do it straight from the console. Like Xbox uses, I think, what's that one? Ninja just got dropped from it, or Ninja dropped them actually. There's a stream that you could actually do through Xbox other than Twitch because they were shutting down or they weren't getting that many followers, so Ninjas dropped them. And then you've also got Twitch you could stream through Xbox, and then for PS4 it's YouTube and Twitch. So that's a
Hmm.
good thing too. Um, Me personally, I started off on, I think it was YouTube when I first started streaming. I think I started streaming about, it's 2021 now. I think about 4 or 5 years ago, but I wasn't really into it. I just streamed for fun, just trying to actually give some kind of content. Um, and then I started getting more into it. Started getting more into it, and that's why I've got now a PC, a microphone, multiple monitors, camera, literally everything to actually complete it somewhat. And it's pretty nice, to be honest. It's pretty nice to actually do this. Going down the PC road, it's very expensive though. I can tell you this from
Yeah.
perspective. It's very very expensive. Just a 10 series graphics card is about $250, and that one's just the second generation of graphics cards of Nvidia. And they're,
Nvidia is coming out, I think, at the end of April,
yeah, they're coming out with
but
more.
it's 500.
Yeah, actually, if I'm not mistaken, the 3080 is about $1,200 right now.
Oh, well, right
Yeah,
now because they're not manufacturing it right now. I think they're restocking more of gaming card graphics cards soon, but they're I don't even
oops. Cammy,
We
you
love
still?
it. We love it. We
Cammy,
love
you
it.
still with us? That's okay. That's okay. She'll come back.
She'll buff out.
Yeah,
She'll
she'll
buff
buff
out.
out. Yeah. But yeah, Nvidia is not making many graphics cards right now. They're actually on a halt, and they're supposed to be coming out with more in April. But
Because people keep I mean, every time they go into stock, they quickly sell out,
yeah,
because
yeah,
people are actively buying this stuff and it's so hard. It's so hard to want to get all the pieces you want and get all the stuff that you need, but unfortunately, it's just like it's in high demand. And you know what? I don't blame them. I don't blame them. People want PCs. People want to get good. People want to be good. People want to do what everyone else is doing. But at the same time, it's just like if you don't have the proper equipment, you're asked out. And unfortunately, everyone wants the same thing you want. So
not only that, we got to also look at scalpers too. Scalpers are just picking them up too at freaking ridiculous, selling them at ridiculous prices also, and that's the only thing I hate.
man,
Now,
anything more than 300, any for a piece, anything more than 300 is just egregious,
Can you hear me?
yes,
dude.
you actually lagged out.
My Wi-Fi took a shit,
Girl.
dude. I was talking to I sounded so smart about Bitcoin
No, go on.
and
Go
Ethereum.
on. Go on.
I
I
forgot what I
actually
said. Like it was thought left.
So I actually have a few bucks. Oh, there she. Hello. Okay. You're muted.
My mom was walking around the house naked, and she was open my door, and I didn't want her to be in the camera.
That's
Oh my god.
hilarious. No, speaking about the coin, I actually have a few bucks into Dogecoin right now because Ethereum and Bitcoin is way too much to be actually invested in right now. Just for one
Yeah.
Bitcoin, I think. Hold on, let me check my phone. I can tell you right
Isn't
now.
Bitcoin at 50-something thousand dollars?
Give me
One?
1 second. I can tell you right now.
I have
Bitcoin.
Robinhood.
Yeah, so do I. Did you? Oh my God! Did you see what happened when GameStop just rose?
Yeah, I was talking with a common friend that Lourdes and I have. Um, what's his name? On Twitch he's Speedy270Z,
Ah,
but
okay.
he's known as Al. He was talking about how it's a joke that these people are buying GameStop because soon it's gonna go way back down, which it did. And people were like, to the moon where? More like to the cement, like it's going down.
I I was I'm
That's
gonna
just
be
like,
honest. I'm gonna be honest. I was actually one of those people. I actually bought $150 worth of freaking stock, and I lost so much fucking money. I'm not gonna lie. I lost over 2/3 of my money when it actually fell. I
yeah.
lost all of it. Okay,
I
Y'all
wasn't
so
invested
watching it.
into a bubble. Y'all invested into a bubble,
Mm-hmm.
and that bubble got
yeah,
so big.
yeah. So this is what Bitcoin is at right now. I don't know if you guys could see it. It's at 50.
67.
57.
Yeah,
Wow.
57,000
Oh,
just for one
57.
just for one coin. And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? They could actually use the new graphics cards for Bitcoin mining.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah,
Like most of those graphics cards are mining digital currency.
yeah, yeah. And it's crazy because I was actually on TikTok where I actually so okay. I'm gonna start a little bit from before. I found Luna on TikTok, so I decided to follow her, and I've been following her content for like ever at this point.
Wait, you follow me on TikTok? I'm not
Yeah.
even famous on TikTok.
No, you came up on my For You page, so I decided to follow you, and that's how I actually got to know you and everything.
Stellar, dude, stellar.
And no, but I found like this one video where there's like a table with a row of freaking graphics cards.
Was it the kid?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I just
It
saw.
sounded like a young kid, and he's like, this is what we use graphics cards for mining, not Bitcoin or Ethereum, but he was mining Dogecoin.
Dogecoin. Oh my god, I have only $50 in that, and I've already lost. Hold on, I can tell you right now. I've actually lost. Hold on, let me just go back on here. Scroll this up. I've lost about $40 on it already. But that was when that big hype was going on with GameStop
Yeah.
and everybody going around. But it's crazy because that video I saw, it just had a roll of freaking graphics cards, and somebody I don't know if it was a little kid or anything, but they said that it was being used for Bitcoin mining. Excuse me.
Bitcoin.
Yeah, and I was just like, that's crazy, dude. Just imagine if you're a Bitcoin miner, how much money you could actually make.
Can you
That's
go to the
amazing.
comment section? Everybody was like, "Oh, so that's where my graphic card went."
Touche. Touche.
Luna, what do you invest your money in? Do you have anything like any portfolios right now, by chance?
I do.
If you don't mind me asking.
That's fine. So I use Robinhood. My brother had talked me into getting Robinhood, and my first stock that I bought was a gold stock. So Speedy, he's actually like really into the preservation of
Metals.
of precious metals. So that's
Mm-hmm.
silver, gold, and stuff like that. So when I needed a consultant, so when I went to Speedy, I'm like, hey bro, what stock should I invest in? He said, well, anything that has anything to do with precious
Bless you.
metals is a go. Because he had taught me the value of what precious metals actually do for the economy. So in the event that there's ever a financial reset or whenever the economy crashes, the only thing that's going to hold any monetary value is precious metals and like gold and silver.
Right, right.
So when the apocalypse happens, and when it does happen, money has no value because if you want to really talk about it, we can talk about the gold standard and what that did to the American economy. If you don't know what the gold standard is, basically Reagan said, "Give me all your freaking gold. I'll put it in the treasury for you. But in replace, I'll give you these bonds that
Yep.
have monetary or money value, right?" And he says, "Okay, so since you gave me your gold, I'm going to give you this piece of paper that says this is how much it's worth." But if you go to the treasury now, you'll realize that our money is not even backed up by gold anymore. It's just printed on the, oh, we have the stuff to back it up with when we don't. We're in an extreme deficit in the economy. Thousands of people, millions of people are out of a job, and there's a hyperinflation of the fucking wazoo. But when all that's said and done, the only thing that's going to hold any monetary values are precious metals
Yeah,
because
and you're
that's
completely
because
right.
before paper value was even a thing, what do you think we were trading before? Bronze, silver, gold, like, you know,
Shekel.
And and
Shekel.
and that was
shekels. A freaking shilling is
A shilling.
silver.
Here you go.
A shilling is silver or gold, whatever the hell it is.
and it's and Cammy, you're right. Another thing, another form of currency was actually called a shekel. Also, this was
I don't even know that. I don't know what a shekel is.
They look like little pebbles, I
Mhm.
think.
Yeah, no, they are. They are little pebbles. It's a shekel.
Yeah.
What was the thing you said, Luna?
Shilling.
A shilling. Yeah. So a shekel was actually used in more what's the word I'm looking for? More of ancient times in the United Kingdom.
Oh.
And then shillings were mainly used in what's that one? Not Scotland.
England.
Ireland. There you go. Yeah. So basically, those were two different things, but they had the same monetary value. And everybody knows how basically the Irish hate the English. They hate them like with a passion because they obviously everybody knows that they tried to take them over at one point, and it's crazy. But yeah, it's crazy how one day we're actually trading gold and silver. In the next century, we're using paper as our monetary value, and it's crazy. You know, it's crazy. Um, if I'm not mistaken, and this is if I'm not mistaken, the U.S. actually has about 3 billion pounds or 30 billion pounds of gold in Fort Knox. That's if I'm not mistaken, which I probably am, but I'm more than sure I am. It has to be a little bit more. Um, and the Fort Knox is mainly used as a form of when if the apocalypse. I can't even speak anymore. If the apocalypse happens, they have something to fall back on because it's something to actually be used as not a monetary value, but it's something to back up the United States currency in general. And as everybody knows, you can't just print paper without value on it. You need to have gold in your actual bank. Like your country has to have gold.
But the thing with that is it's just like, so the money that's circulating right now in the economy, it's not backed up because there's no freaking way we just passed a 1.9 trillion dollar stimulus bill and have 9 trillion pounds of gold. Like, no, we don't have that. So
It's
where's that
borrowed
money coming
money.
It's
from?
borrowed money. It's
From
coming.
Right,
banks.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly. But at a stupid interest too, which I
Yeah.
hate. I hate. And what's crazy is that, and I hate to cut you guys off. What's crazy is that sometimes the United States actually borrows money from China, while everybody in the whole
Bro.
damn world knows China is the richest country in the world right now.
Yes.
Because every source of element that is needed inside of our technology, where does it come from? And I learned this from one of my friends actually. All of it comes from China. Um, the elements in your batteries, the elements in an LCD TV, literally everything that is in front of our faces has an element that is needed from China. So that way, China actually has that monetary value of, hey, you want this, you have to pay us. Okay, here you go. We're still making money at the end of the day because of the fact that we are the only country in the world that has everything that the whole world needs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy how that monetary value, or the value of something, of an element that is used in only one particular part of the world, has that much power, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just nuts. It's just nuts. I personally think that China literally will own majority of the countries by the end of the decade. I'm not gonna lie.
Isn't it because the labor there like is super super cheap?
Now, in regards to labor, that's a different story. Um, Labor and the cost of the elements of everybody's needs, or everybody's use. I wouldn't say use. The cost of the elements of everybody's of dude, I'm
Consumption.
not more of consumption, but the wants of other countries.
Okay.
Those outweigh the labor force of China in general. And what's crazy is that when China, how China sees as their labor force as, is because the reason why they're paid so little is because there are so many people in China.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And that's the only reason why that labor force is so big but can be paid so little, is because China has the most people. If I'm not mistaken, China has the most people with the biggest labor force in the whole world.
Yeah. Isn't that why they made the one child policy?
Yeah, exactly.
Because it was overpopulated.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the same thing with Japan too. Japan actually has that same rule for one child, or is it two? I think it's one or two. All I know is that.
Wait, Japan? I thought Japan doesn't have that rule because their birth rate is so low right now. People aren't fucking as much as.
Hold
I'm
on.
sorry, but
Let me check. Hang on. Birth.
because I saw a documentary called by Vice on YouTube talking about how people in Japan aren't fucking as much because they have like this thing called host clubs and cabarets where they just go to these clubs to just talk to men. They can rent people for a day to
Jesus
be their
Christ.
boyfriend,
I,
and they can have, intercourse if they want, but without being in a committed relationship. You,
Jesus
you get what I'm
Christ.
saying? Like,
Yeah, no, I get you.
yeah, that's why the birth rate apparently is going down over there.
I actually did hear about them. Actually, there's more older people in Japan right now than there are younger people. I actually
Mm.
heard about that. Hold on, give me one second.
Where are the young people going?
No, no, like there's not that many births keeping up with.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, so yeah, you're right. Japan in 2009, the population ordinance was amended to again restrict the number of children to be one or two children, although individuals were allowed to decide the timing and spacing of births. The government is currently drafting a new law, and this was back in 2015, a new law on population to replace the population ordinance in 2015. Let's see. Does China still have the one child policy? Yes. Does Japan have the two child policy? Let's see. Okay, I can't find anything on the child policy.
I think it's just China.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just China at this point. But it's crazy. It's crazy how the workforce of China is just huge. You know, it's huge.
Yep.
And it's just nuts how actually everything could actually go through. Like It's nuts how actually they could go through such a big labor force. Now Luna's in her head like, let me see what, let me actually.
Nah, dude, no. It's not even that. It's because so if you remember in the beginning of the conversation, I taken 4 years of Mandarin in high school,
Right.
and my instructor, she was from, I believe she was from
Beijing,
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong.
Okay.
Okay.
She was from Hong Kong, and she was telling us, how she grew up there and everything. And part of the curriculum was to like learn about not only the history but also the formation of laws and stuff like that. And it's funny that the one child policy, like I understand why they did it. I understand why they implemented that law, but I guess since I'm an American, and since I'm so used to having, so much freedom and um so much freedom to do what I want with my body, when I heard that there was a one child policy in China, in my mind I was like, yo, that's a messed up. You're telling people what to do with their bodies. That's some messed up stuff. You're telling a woman she can't do what she wants to do with her body. Oh, and if you do want to do with your body, you can only do it once.
And
So
what's
that means if a woman gets pregnant, she has to have an abortion. No, no.
Jesus?
No, no. What the thing is that if she gets pregnant with a second child, what happens is that child goes for up for adoption. She would have to choose who she wants to keep.
She
Sadly,
has twins.
huh?
Well, she has twins.
She has to choose one. One either has. Yeah, that's crazy. Yep.
Yo,
That's
But don't.
so the thing is like that's why a lot of I don't want to. It sounds this is it has to be true, but a lot of people, especially white people, adopt babies from China,
Yeah, no,
and the
she's
reason
right.
why it's so common is because there's so many babies
yeah, one of
that they
those
can.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's true. It's oh man, it's like I said, it's not even that I'm trying to sound like over liberal or anything, but it's more of just like if a woman and what if they really want to have another child,
Hmm.
like you love this person so much, you just want to keep growing a family. You're gonna have to move out of the country
Right.
to do
No,
Mhm.
that.
yeah, yeah. No, you're
And that's
right.
sad. That's sad that your government has implemented such a harsh law in your life, but at the same time it's understandable. The population is ever growing. I think they
Yeah,
outnumber us 4-1. I think for every one
I
American
believe it.
there are four Chinese people, I think. And I'm not gonna lie, they've got their shit down packed. They know what they doing. They know what they doing.
But don't
But you know
forget,
what,
don't forget.
I
Actually,
respect them.
China is a communist country. We have to
Yeah, it
always
is.
forget that. Because of them being a communist country, they share resources within themselves, and they get to actually control their population. So
Mhm.
that's the difference between a capitalist country like the U.S. and a communist country like China. Now, as far as I know, and as far as I remember, there are only two countries, major countries in the world that are actually still communist, which is China and North Korea. And everybody knows how North Korea is. So it's
Wait,
it's
what do you
just
mean? Oh, like the major ones?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. They're the only major countries that are actually communist still. And what's crazy is that if I'm not mistaken, North Korea treats its citizens worse than China does.
I don't even know. You know what's crazy is that even if I wanted to know, there's not much information about it.
That's
Like
true.
I
they're
can't
so
speak on it.
closed.
That's
I
true.
can't speak on North Korea. I don't.
All I know is that some people, a very few people escape, and the people who do escape had to go literally through war, had to sleep in mud. Like there was a girl who said that there was barbed wire, and she had to do what she had to do. She just scraped her whole back just to get across the border. Yeah,
Yeah,
but she
that was
said it was worth it.
the dead man zone, right? I think it's called the DMZ.
I don't know.
So it's a stretch. So I don't know how long it is. I'm gonna estimate a 15-mile. It's 15 miles from between each border, and there's nothing there. It's like flat. and you can't cross it. You can't do anything because that's territory that if you cross it, like let's say for example, I'm gonna use two random political views. So you have Donald Trump and you have Rasputin.
Uh, that's not. It's not actually called the Dead Man Zone.
What is it called?
Demilitarized zone.
Yeah, I thought it had an M in it. I know it had an M in it. It was it's a demilitarized zone. There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah.
Aren't they staring at
Dead
each
Man
other?
zone.
North Korea.
Yeah,
There's
no,
North
they're
Korean
literally
soldiers that
right-
stare at the South Korean soldiers.
Yeah, they literally
That's
look
literally
like
what they do.
that border right there, that place
It's
where
just them
north
staring
and
at
south
each other.
actually meet each other. They literally stare at each other. I actually, so I hate to cut you off. So there's this one guy I actually knew. I don't remember where the hell he is, but I do remember the story he told us. There's this one guy I knew that actually was stationed out in South Korea at the demilitarized zone. And what they used to do, what the North Koreans used to do at the zone where the border was, where the gate was, basically they used to fuck with the U.S. soldiers, and they used to. I shit you not. He told me that they used to fuck with them. They used to throw mud at them. They used to throw mud at them, but they do the same thing back. Like they literally go back and forth, but it wouldn't cause
war.
Yeah, exactly. And
Cold War.
and it wasn't to the point where it escalated. They just didn't like each other, so they threw mud at each other. So, but it was a place where nobody would actually open fire or escalate to the point of military action. You know, it was just a certain group versus a certain group on a border. You know. But go on, Luna. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you actually just pretty much summed it up. What it is two borders meeting at one point, and if I'm not mistaken, I think if someone does something to the other one, I think that's like an act of war. Like I think you're instigating a war, right? Like if you cross that.
Yes.
No, I think is it or
Yes.
is it like if you cross the border, it's
No.
automatic?
It's considered an act of war. Okay, so what the North Korean, this is what I've actually researched, because I'm such a big military fanatic that I've researched almost every little thing. So what the North Koreans consider as an act of war is if you cross their line without them actually actually acknowledging you, or without them actually knowing you're actually crossing that line. Because as everybody knows, and as everybody's seen in videos and movies and stuff, the demilitarized zone is literally a line that separates North Korea. They have a room for North Koreans and South Koreans on a damn border. Like it's literally right in a room where they will literally sit across from each other and stare at each other all day until their shift ends. And what?
That's just funny.
No, it's crazy. It's crazy because they're actually known to actually be active ready. Like both sides have to be actively ready to defend their side of the border, and it's crazy because the North Koreans will consider literally any little thing an act of war. That's how freaking hard they think themselves. And I'm not gonna lie. I mean, if you literally freaking cross a line that you know a communist country will literally launch nukes at another person, do not fucking do it. Do not do it.
They're just on standby.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
They're just waiting for the moment. Like, they're just every day. They're just thinking, I'm waiting for that person to cross that line. I'm ready.
And it's crazy because of the fact that it's crazy because the North Koreans want a united Korea, while the South Koreans also want that, but they don't want to engage in war, which is the reason why the Korean War happened, and that's why U.S. lost it and South Koreans lost it also. But that's another topic. Let's leave that topic out. But everybody knows that the Koreans both want a united Korea. Hold on, what just happened? Hello?
Kim Jong-un's hacking his account right now.
Right?
Can you hear me?
Dude, yeah, can you guys hear me?
Oh. Yeah.
Okay, because my thing just froze for a second there. Um, no, okay. So everybody knows that both sides wanted a united Korea. Everybody knows
Mhm.
that. And what's crazy is that one side actually wants total control, while the other one wants capitalist control, and neither do not like that. So that's why they can never actually join as one single Korea, because of the fact that one wants to be a capitalist country while the other one wants to be a communist country.
Mhm.
And that's the disagreement between both of them. And it's crazy because the only reason why, the only reason South Korea is actually standing right now is because the U.S. has actually provided about, if I'm not mistaken, 3,500 troops in South Korea, stationed in South Korea, to actually act as a backup to them. You know. And
So you're
what's
telling me if we pull out, it's over for them?
yeah, it's over for them. Korea
Damn.
does not have a strong military force. I've actually researched my actual things on it. Korea does not have a strong military
They
force.
don't. You know what's crazy is that in Korea, you know how for us the thing is with idols here, we idolize them way more than we should. That they're almost like gods in a sense. Like we can't touch them. They're untouchable. Whereas in Korea, no matter what status you have to do 3 years of military time for males. No matter if you're Jay-Z, if you're fucking Kanye West, you still have to go to the military.
Yep.
And
And I
that's
That's cool.
despite that rule, their military is still weak.
yeah, no,
I
yeah, I agree. I agree. I don't know if you guys know the K-pop group called, what is it called? What am I?
BTS.
BTS. BTS. Two members actually from there actually have to serve their 3 year
Yeah,
military thing.
it's Jin and Yoongi.
Yeah.
Suga or Yusuga, the two oldest ones.
Yep.
They actually took there's a certain age limit. I think it's like 20, the age limit is 27 that like bro, you have to go. They waited till that last age to go. So it just
that's
sucks.
that's crazy.
I
Uh,
know.
for the military, the U.S. military, for certain, okay, so there's 5 branches. You've got the Air Force, you got the Coast Guard, you've got the Marines, the Army, and the Navy. All 5 of them actually have 5 different cutoff on ages. I'm not lying to you. I actually tried to join the military myself, actually twice, but I gave up. Uh, as far as to my knowledge, and this is from when I remember, the Air Force, you have to be at least, or you have the latest you can actually join is at 25. Um, the Army is until 29 or 30, while the Marines is actually 27. The Navy, you could actually join all the way up to 30 or 29, one of those two. And then the Coast Guard, I think it's the same thing. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but I'm not completely sure. It's around there though. So they literally have 5 different times or 5 different ages you could join by, which is crazy.
Mhm. There was a idol from Korea. It was years ago. He got out of that military rule by coming to America. But the thing is that when he went back to Korea, the whole entire nation shunned him. They called him a traitor because he didn't do his service. So he's actually smart. He went to America, married somebody in America, got his citizenship in America, wanted to move back to Korea, and they were like, no, 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 you're not a Korean anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't do your military time. So he was labeled on social media, on not social media, on television, on the news as the traitor of Korea.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Ain't that a bitch,
Yep.
huh?
hmm He's
Oh,
pussy.
my
No, I was kidding.
mama don't want to do this time. He
That's
said,
crazy.
I'm going to just go marry this chick. Deuces.
Yep.
I mean, can you blame him?
Yes.
There was no war at that time. It was like in 2000, in 2010, I think 2000 something. There was no war at that time. I don't know why he didn't want to do his service, and it's only like 2 3 years. You just
Let me
walk around. I
let
don't
me
know.
let me ask you guys a question. Hold on. Let me bring this down a little bit more. Let me ask you guys a question. Have you guys ever wanted to join the military? Either of you?
I've done the
I'm a
military
military
process.
nurse. Yeah, I would be like in the infirmary.
Wait, what did you say, Luna?
I've done the military process.
You made it past MEPS?
Yeah, I did.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I got if I remember correctly, I think I got like I can't remember if I got a 79 or 82 on my ASVAB. And I was enlisted for the Air Force.
Oh, you got college, that's why.
Yeah. It was an interesting process. My favorite part was the duck walk. That was my favorite. I don't know if you know what the duck walk is. They literally make you squat down where your ass is like touching the floor.
God.
Like literally. And they make you walk like a duck like this.
Oh.
So basically what that is, it tries to it tells the physician if any of your joints or ligaments are torn. If you can't do that walk, you won't make it through MAPS.
Right.
Because there's gonna be certain exercises in basic that enable you to, use your joints like that and stuff like that. So if you can't do it and you can't do the exercise, you can't make it through basic. But the MEPS process was very interesting. I did like it a lot. It was a very long 12 hours for me. Very long. Yeah, you're 12 hours on a military base. I actually did it in Fort Hamilton here in New York.
Oh Jesus.
And what?
Oh, I said, oh Jesus.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it was a very long 12 hours. And honestly, man, till this day, I still regret not going. Wanna know why? Because I feel like if I had joined the military and if I had, gone through basic and, got my MOS and started doing my stuff, maybe I would have been a person today. But I like the person I am today. But still, I don't know. I'm still in the back of my head. If all fails, join the military.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 22.
Oh, so you have a long way to go. If anything, if all else fails, you have that to fall back on.
Exactly. And it's not like the military is bad or anything. I have quite a few family members who are in the military and they've done their time. My cousin, shout out to Christopher, he did like 4 tours in Afghanistan.
Jesus.
And this guy, yeah, he has quite a few confirmed KIAs in Afghanistan.
What the hell is KIA?
I don't
Killed in action.
The military is, it seems to be scary, but in the presence of imminent war, I think it's only when we're in the presence of imminent war is when we should be concerned. Right now, I don't see anything other than having some slight tension with Iraq. I can't remember which one. Was it Iran?
It's Iran.
It was the whole
missile strike on one of their generals.
Right.
That Donald Trump fucking did.
Oh, Donald Trump left this shit in shambles. It's ridiculous.
Wait, I don't really know about our military, but were we the ones that destroyed Syria?
As far as I know, yes. But because of the fact that the Syrian government was backing up terrorist cells, and the fact that they were trying to do that, that's when we took the preemptive strike against them.
Have you guys ever seen what Syria looked like before that?
Oh yeah, they were fucking beautiful.
It was beautiful, and I'm ashamed to say that the U.S. just destroyed that.
So here's the thing. I'm gonna actually go off on a little topic here. I'm a bit iffy on both sides. I could see it from both sides, to be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I could see it from both sides. As a person that was actually joining military and a person that actually is more kind of liberal also, I could see it from both sides. One being that specific country backing a terrorist cult, I would say, like Al Qaeda and ISIS. They took the first preemptive strike. Now, had the country not been actually done that, they didn't back that terrorist bullshit. I hate to say that. Had they not backed it up, it would have been a different story. I'm pretty sure they would have thrived big time and it would have been a beautiful country. Um,
Yeah.
and it's the same thing with Iran too. Iran is actually a beautiful country even right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. Have you guys seen pictures of them?
Mhm.
And it's beautiful. It's beautiful there.
It
it's
is.
it's freaking beautiful. Only reason why we haven't attacked is because of the fact that they carry nukes just like us. And that's the only reason why the U.S. has not attacked them, because they carry
Yeah.
nukes, and they are crazy enough to actually attack us with nukes, while the
Mhm.
rest of the world won't.
Crazy.
See, so here's the thing.
I get scared. I get scared when people talk about nuclear warfare. It's because there are a lot of nuclear arsenals right now in the world, and unfortunately, it's so shitty too that we have to make agreements to stop making them.
I
And
know.
it's funny because the United States holds one of the largest stockpiles of nukes, but we
Mhm.
tell other countries to lower their shit, but nobody could tell us shit.
And
Isn't
that's
that so
how.
funny? I think it's so. I think
I
it's
mean, it's like I got all this ammo. I won't use it, but if you start reaching my limit, I'm gonna start using it. It's like I think that's wrong.
drop your ammo box, bro.
Yeah, for real.
Drop it, bro.
And that's what's crazy is
And
that
it's funny how he says that Iran, is it Iran, is ready to do everything to us. Yeah, I hope they don't, because shit, I bet you got asthma. I can't be going to war. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. But
no,
I
but,
can't. The day, I really hope I die before that day comes, because I don't want to witness that scene. Because I feel like the first place they're gonna hit is New York City.
oh yeah,
Like,
Really.
oh
The
my
Bronx
god.
is gonna be wiped out so hard.
the East Coast and the West
Bro,
Coast.
the Bronx is gonna get wiped.
The East Coast and the West Coast are going to be the first ones hit with nuclear
Exactly. Yep.
missiles.
Hmm.
East Coast. East
Like,
Coast.
if you live in Vermont, you're safe, bitch. Who the fuck lives in Vermont?
Bro, honestly, bro, I've contemplated moving to Canada or moving to freaking Amsterdam, bro, because this is not it.
It's not.
to be
I would
honest,
love to move to Canada.
The Netherlands doesn't have drama with anyone. If
And
you're
the Netherlands is so beautiful,
I
especially.
know.
Oh my god.
but here's the
During the
thing.
winter.
Here's the thing. If the world was to go out, if the world was to actually hit all out war again, as in World War III, the countries that are deemed in the middle would be the battleground, such as the Netherlands, Sweden, and literally all those little countries that you see that are that are actually in the middle of all countries, like literally the ones that are really nice and don't have any
War, no problems.
exactly, that those countries are the ones that will be the battleground and the fighting ground of all countries fighting.
Canada it is.
Canada will literally they literally have their own military too, but it's not as big as the US. And what's crazy is that, okay, like I said, I'm a big fanatic of the military, so I know literally almost everything that I know about the military. Well, obviously I know everything about the military. The U.S. actually does not have the hugest or the biggest military presence in the world. Russia actually has the biggest military right now.
Oh my god. Огонь по готовности.
Strovia.
And what's crazy is that Russia actually has the biggest nuclear arsenal too.
Wow.
I believe it. I believe it because, listen, I don't know about you guys, but Russia's been really quiet. Russia has been too quiet, and Putin's planning.
Oh yeah.
Putin is
Yo,
planning.
he's just like a walking meme. I love it.
Putin is planning.
What's crazy, if you guys didn't hear about Putin recently, did you guys hear that he was trying to take out his political rival? He actually, like, there's people that actually work for Putin that poisoned his political rival, and the guy literally fucking survived a fucking poison from the goddamn
Some James
president.
Bond shit.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes, and he literally survived it. What's crazy is that he got the attention of the goddamn UN when that happened. Yeah.
Time to take out Putin. Holy
and what's
shit.
crazy is that everybody sees what he's doing, and everybody could literally see that Putin just tried to take out his political rival. When everybody in fucking Russia is like, oh no, he didn't do that. Oh no, he literally got poisoned by something else. Dude, come on, seriously? You have a freaking liberal political agenda or a liberal political opponent that's trying to get up there, and you're gonna shoot him down like nothing's gonna happen. Come on, dude. You think the whole world is that stupid? Come on, really?
I mean, listen, Putin's sketchy as F. Putin is very sketchy. He's done questionable things to not only the government. He's single-handedly convinced not his entire country, but the popular provinces that he is the only one that should rule Russia. How many years has he been
Here,
president?
I'll actually look that up.
Prime Minister? Did I say it?
Hang on, I'll
Is he
actually
Prime Minister
look that
or
up.
President?
He's a president.
President of Russia.
Wait, I thought it was it's a communist country and they still use the word
No,
president?
they're not a communist country.
Oh, okay.
They were communists.
They were
so-
communists. That was the USSR when they dismantled
yeah.
after the Cold War. Let's see. Putin has been president. Holy shit! He's been president for fucking four terms since 2012.
How much is a term?
Oh, wow.
I'm
4 years.
I'm not sure. I think 2 years. So because he's
Really?
been president for 8 years and 324 days.
Okay. Okay, Putin.
But don't forget, he's literally actually hold on. Holy shit! Oh no, hold that thought. Vladimir Putin was actually a president back in 99 to 2008. So he was president for 4 years, from 1999 to 2008, and then Dmitry Medvedev was president for 1 term, and then Vladimir Putin took it again. And he's been president for 2 terms already, 8 years.
He was like, I'll let you be
Yeah,
president for one term.
like, this is mine.
Right. And it's crazy. It's crazy because, if I'm not mistaken, Putin has actually fucking, and everybody knows this, has actually, has lied his way, or not lied his way, but has bought his way to the top.
Mm.
Yeah, no, I'm not lying. Like, everybody
Where did he
knows
get the
this.
money from, though? Was he already rich before his...
He was backed by fucking, if I'm not mistaken, Soviet Russia fucking people, because he's actually a former KGB agent, and everybody knows
shit.
this. And Luna's like, yep, I know this.
The dots are connecting.
I'm telling you, because he literally got his way. He literally has KGB agents in his pocket. He has KGB agents. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody knows this.
Rasputin. I mean, not Rasputin. Putin. Chill out.
Isn't Rasputin from Destiny 2?
Rasputin. No. Oh, I get
Rasputin
it now.
used to be
No, you're right. There was a Rasputin on Destiny 2, but no.
Yeah.
Oh.
Rasputin was a guy who wanted to assume power and stuff like that.
Oh.
You ever
He
heard
was
the
a
song?
czar.
There lived a certain man in Russia long ago. He was big and
Yeah.
as a flamingo. That song is about Rasputin.
Yeah, that's
wow.
about Rasputin. He's actually, so back then, that was during World War II. He was considered the Tsar of Russia, and
What's the Tsar?
It was
Like a king?
it was like a president, but an older version of it, because they were a Soviet. They were the Soviet communist country, and they considered their Tsars actually their leaders.
Okay.
And what's crazy is that what Putin did to that country during World War II was just fucking nuts. He sacrificed over 500,000 fucking people so he could actually win the war.
What?
Yes.
How?
No, I'm not,
What did he do? You just sent them out?
no, like, so he literally used 500,000 people as a form, not a form, but he used 500,000 soldiers and sent them into battle. So that way, Germany wouldn't conquer Russia.
He used him as bait. Just say it.
Oh,
The Blitzkrieg.
wow.
He used
The
him as bait.
Blitzkrieg. The Blitzkrieg,
Yeah.
and it's crazy, but everybody knows that. Why the fuck do I keep seeing Putin? Rasputin was the worst dictator of all. You want to know something? And this is just something I know off the top of my head. When his son was caught by the Germans, he didn't even give a shit. He let his son
he didn't
hang.
care.
Yeah.
He said, oh,
He
"Son,
said,
who?"
he said, okay.
Yeah.
He said, oh, "Wait, no." He was like, "I have a son."
It was crazy because the Germans reached out to through the command and everything, and it got up to Rasputin, and Rasputin's like, "Fuck him, he got caught. He's a fucking he's a
He's
Russian."
an advocate. That's not my son. If he got caught, that's not my son.
He got caught. He's not my son.
He bring dishonor upon the family. No.
And it's crazy, it's crazy because of the fact that that's how power hungry he was. He sacrificed his own son so he could be where
That's
he
crazy.
Dude, he pulled the God on him.
was.
He pulled the God on him on Jesus. He said, "Son, who?"
I
And
could
then-
never. I don't know. Damn. I could never do that. I mean, like, if I was the enemy and I had his son up and I'm calling him like, "Yo, we have your son," and he's like, "Okay," and then he hangs up, I wouldn't know what to do. Like, what am I supposed to do with the kid now?
Yeah,
Kill him? Like, what?
jail. Who?
Hold on, let me see if actually Rasputin's son actually survived. Because I know he got caught, but I don't know if he survived.
He probably let his ass go. Like, damn, your father doesn't even love you. I'm sorry.
I won't.
I-
Oh man, dude. I'll tell you this. I think that. All right, it's gonna sound weird, but I would actually like to visit Russia. I want to see
Oh,
what
yeah.
it's like. I want to, cause I've seen it's beautiful. Like I've seen bunch of pictures, and there's so
Moscow
many
is
places I
great.
want to see. But one of the things on my bucket list is Russia. I want to see what
Wait,
Russia's
Moscow
like.
is in Russia, right?
I want to. I want to talk to the people. I want to see how the people are. I want to know. I want to see how they act. I want to see like. There's so many. Traveling the world is such a beautiful experience because you get to see the culture, the people, the air. The air. All right. It's gonna sound weird, but when I leave America, bro, whenever I've left
The air
America,
quality is
the air
different.
quality is different. Even I've been to Canada. And the air quality is different. It's crisp. I don't know why. Maybe because it's a whole lot of trees around, but it's different and it's good. Like when I go to DR, the air quality is so different. The air smells different. Like
Imagine going to
example-
Hawaii where there's like no big cities. It's just literal landscape.
Exactly, and that's
I would
see,
love
that's why I
it.
want to travel so much. I want to travel to different places because I want to not only experience the culture, but I also want to experience the people, learn the language. Like
Mm-hmm.
do stuff like that because you only live once, and you can only experience so much in this lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I want to visit Europe. I have yet to touch Europe, but when I touch
I-
Europe gonna feel me.
oh,
Oh man, dude.
yo, we've been talking about the wrong fucking person. I just fucking realized that.
Who are you talking about?
We were talking about the guy before the guy during World War II.
Which is what?
Stalin. Joseph fucking
Stalin.
Stalin.
Brought it up. No, that was you.
That was me. No, I'm taking full.
That was
Yeah,
you.
I
I
know.
know my history.
Stalin. Okay, Stalin. That's why there's a fucking city named after him in fucking Russia.
Stalingrad. No,
Stalingrad. Yeah.
Stalingrad.
Let's see.
But
So he's the one that said,
Yeah.
"Fuck you, son."
he's
Yeah,
the
he
one
said,
that-
"Fuck his son."
Yeah. Wait, but didn't hold on. I feel like we got something mixed up here.
What?
So hold on. Are
So
we
what did
talking
Rasputin do?
No, we're talking post World War II.
No, we were talking during World War II.
During World War II. Okay. So
Joseph
we were talking
Stalin
the
was
Axis
one of the
versus
worst fucking one of the worst
Dictators.
rulers of fucking Russia, dude. Looks like he died from a cerebral hemorrhage.
That's he had such a fucking bad headache. He died.
No.
Hold on,
I'm
Joseph.
sorry. I don't mean to laugh, but he got so fucking mad he bust a fucking vessel in his brain.
So his son was named Yakov. Hold on, I'm not gonna try to butcher this. Okay, no, I'm not gonna even fucking pronounce that.
What is it pronounced? Oh, wait, what is it spelled?
Hold on. DZHUGASHVILI. No, I'm not. um,
These nuts is what his
let's see. Hold on.
But
Let's
did he
see.
survive or no?
I'm actually Stalin's son. Survive capture? Question mark. All right, so he was captured by the Germans by. He was serving as a lieutenant with the battery of the 14th Howitzer Regiment of the 14th Tank Division near Vitebsk. He was captured on the 16th of July during the Battle of Smolensk, and the circumstances of his capture are disputed. Sergeyev later said that the Germans surrounded Yakov's battery. Let's see. Did he die? It looks like he did die. He died during that. Yeah. He died 14th of April 1943. He was only 36. That's crazy. That's fucking nuts. Just think about that. Your own father fucking tells you, no, don't bring him home, and he fucking gets shot for it. What the hell? Just think about that.
That's why
There's
his
nothing to
dad
think
died
about.
from a
Men-
freaking
Men
hemorrhage.
don't love his kids. Men said, "Fuck
Wait,
you."
where did he get shot in? He got shot in the head?
Hold on, let me see.
Most likely, or a firing squad, probably.
Because it's ironic that his dad ended up dying because of a head problem.
He was a prisoner of war. His death, he died actually at the Sachsenhausen camp, which was a POW camp. They have a couple of accounts of him. One account of him running into an electric fence. However, it's saying that they were suggested that he was shot by the Germans, and then there's also an account saying that he actually also committed suicide. So, what's crazy is that after everything that happened, his father reportedly stared at his photograph and would later soften his stance toward his son. Wow.
You know what? Yeah, maybe he did love his son, but he's like, I'm not about to sacrifice this just for you.
That's fair too.
You know, it's a sacrifice he had to put up. Like, I know this sounds bad, but you know in the Avengers where Thanos needed a soul
Oh,
and he gave up his
sacrificed his daughter?
Gamora, which is like
Yeah.
his daughter. That's what Stalin.
That was some bullshit, man.
That's what Stalin did.
I cried, bro.
To be fair,
I did too.
Don't forget, this guy fucking sacrificed. Hold on, I'm gonna actually get that actual count for you.
He sacrificed a bunch of people. Damn.
For the good of the company, I need to charge me phone. Hold on, guys, give me a second. I gotta.
Sacrifice. Stalin. Hold on. What would I actually say this as? Stalin's death count? Okay, where did this girl go?
She went to get something.
Okay, mass killings under his regime. Holy fuck, I was actually off. Jesus Christ. Modern data for the whole of Stalin's rule was summarized by Timothy Snyder, who concluded that Stalinism caused 6 million direct deaths and 9 million in total, including the deaths of deportation, hunger, and gulag deaths.
Fucking
Holy
Jesus
shit.
fucking
My man
Christ,
was a
dude.
monster, if anything.
Stalin and Hitler are the same person, just reincarnated.
Yeah,
Shit. One has a mustache, one has a beard.
Wait, did he have a beard?
Stalin? Yeah, at some point he had a beard.
Stalin is. I mean, to be honest, it's not. It doesn't matter who the person is. What matters is that so many people died.
Yeah.
That's what matters. So many people died.
Mm-hmm.
True.
And I mean, damn. Now that I think about it, when was this again? It was during World War. Okay, so what time period?
1945.
45. So this was simultaneous to Hitler.
Yeah, yeah. That's why this. Okay, so during the time of World War II, uh, and this is what I remember. Germany tried to take over Russia. Actually, they did. They took over Stalingrad, and the Germans or the Russians fought back for it. They sacrificed so many fucking
But the Germans
Russians.
couldn't. The Germans lost because they couldn't. They weren't prepared for the cold.
Not only that, but they were also fighting on three different fronts. Don't forget
Right.
that. So they were stretched out thin but the only reason why. Okay, so hang on. The only reason why they actually got the drop on everybody was because of Blitzkrieg. Blitzkrieg was the one attack that Germany fucking unleashed onto the world was because it was a pop-up attack. Like it was surprise attack against the whole world. That's the only reason why the Germans actually started winning. After the countries after the Allies started fighting back, that's when the Germans started losing. Now on the other side of the world, the Japanese were taking over all the Asian countries.
The
Now, we all know this.
Korea. What else did it take over? They took off I think Han China, Han Dynasty.
They
during the
they
Han
took over
Dynasty.
majority of China, but still they had some pockets that actually fought back against them. If I'm not mistaken, Japan actually ruled majority of the East Coast.
Yep.
And they also, them and Germany actually came to if I'm not mistaken, this is what I remember from history. They also came to a median where if they actually took over the U.S., one would rule half, the other would rule half. And that was the compromise between them two. But they still didn't like each other.
Oh man, the day I think I don't know if you ever guys saw this series on Netflix. It's called Love, Death, and Robots.
Yes.
Yes.
That episode where what would have happened if Hitler would have taken over, like if he would have won World War II, and they depicted that when Germany becomes the superpower, that the world would actually be a better place. That's what they had depicted, and it's funny because when you take into consideration what happened in World War II, there was like over 150 million casualties in total, like worldwide. It was one of the biggest, one of the deadliest conflicts known to like world history. And you look back and see what Germany did to the world, and then Germany dare asks, "Why do we have to pay y'all back?" So they had to pay reparations. They paid over how much money? I thought it was like 500 million or something like that, and they had just recently finished paying it off, like recently, like maybe like 2012.
They paid. So this looks like war reparations. They only pay the U.S. about $23 billion.
Billion?
Billion, as in B.
Okay, so it has to be trillions then. So they owed like.
Yeah, no, they paid $23 billion all in total.
Okay, right. So what ended up happening is that once Germany gave everyone the money and just finished paying it off, you know what Germany did next? Germany said, we're going to try to be better. We're going to try to be one of the best countries out here. Because they know what they did was wrong. They know what they did. And even though now this day and age, Germany is like very liberal, very clean. They're trying to get their shit together. You have countries like North Korea trying to impose their communism on other countries. So it begs the question: if we were going to be in another world war, who would be the biggest threat?
Wouldn't it be China?
Yes. China has one of the biggest militaries compared to the rest of the world. But Russia has the biggest arsenal.
Exactly.
And the U.S. actually has more what's the word I'm looking for? Has more ships and more bases across the world than anybody else.
Damn.
but automatically, all countries have actually agreed, and even North Korea. I don't think North Korea actually agreed to this because they're still launching missiles. Um,
Sorry, that's not funny.
it's actually kind of funny to me. Um,
Like,
they all agreed to not launch a nuclear war because of the fact that if they did, they know for a fact that nobody would win.
yeah.
There's a saying. It goes. World War III will be fought with weapons, but World War IV would be fought with sticks and
Sticks and stones.
stones.
Yep, that's Einstein. I remember that.
Yeah, I think that's a very powerful statement considering that like we know the power that we have and we know the destruction we could do. Like the human species itself is a very destructive character. Like
Mm-hmm.
we're dangerous. We're
There,
dangerous animals. We thrive on that exhilaration of wanting to destroy because that's instinct, you know? We
so
want to be better. We want to be dominant.
so in New York, actually recently, or no, I'd say early 1920s. I don't remember the exact date, 1920, 1940s, somewhere around there. They actually had something in New York where it was a display where it would show, it had a headline saying the most dangerous animal in the world, and it was just a reflection, a black reflection of the human of a human, you know, and they're not lying. The most dangerous animal on Earth is a human because they don't. A human in general has the instinct to use anything and everything to its disposal to win. So
I think the more time we take into understanding, I mean, not even try to take because the association of psychology really tries to focus on why why we do the things we do and how we can associate that to the norms of society that we have now. Like like you have people with mass shootings right now. Mass shootings are up right now, you know? And we mass shootings are up. Stop Asian hate. Stop Asian hate. If you hate on Asians, you hating on me. And if you hating on me, we got a problem.
Cammy, your thing is mute.
Let me say something. Oh wait, he left. Where'd he go?
Ula.
Who left?
Oh, I can't see you. I can't see Kurama.
That's weird.
How do we
My
see
computer's
him?
dying. Ah.
I think you just gotta slide it over. I'm not sure.
Oh well, the thing is like talking about mass shootings, and I hate to say this. I'm trying to say this in the most non-racist. Like I know people can be sensitive if they watch this, but the majority of mass shootings are made by white males, and it's just sad that people aren't acknowledging that. Like they're not saying, oh, you're right. They're just saying, oh, but there's more black and black crime. But that's not. I'm not saying there isn't. I'm
We're not
saying that the exactly. I'm just stating a simple statistic, a fact that mass shootings, the majority, well, almost all of them are white males.
Oh,
So
he was having a bad day. My ass.
right, he was
Having a
he was at
bad
the end
day
of his rope.
because
He was at the end of his rope.
exactly my ass. He was having a bad day because if it was a black man doing those shootings, you know damn fucking well, people are gonna talk so much shit about how
Yeah.
the black community is destructive,
Mhm.
and that is some bullshit. I think there's a stigma with black people that we need to eradicate from society. Black
No,
people aren't the issue. Okay,
that's actually
I don't think
I agree on
you
that.
know what, let me phrase this carefully because what I'm about to say is probably going to dictate who I'm gonna vote for within the next 4 years. I don't think it has anything to do with race. I don't think it has anything to do with race at all. I think it has to do with the way people fucking think. And certain people in certain genres of society believe that they're so entitled and so endowed to their superiority and their complex by feeding into it. We're gonna create this whole image that they're the best of the best and when they're not. It has
Yes,
nothing
I
to
agree.
do. Nothing. It has nothing to do with being black or
Like
white or Asian.
when you're creating communities, I forgot who it was, but they separated that the rich people, say for instance we build a new community, right? There's always going to be a rich community and a poor community. So say for instance Brooklyn was like the boonies at one point. It was bad, violence was high.
It's still
the
bad.
it not right now, actually. It's gone down. Right now it's so is it gentrified?
Gentrified. Yeah, there
They
you go.
gentrified Brooklyn so much. They moved in so many rich people. They moved in so many rich people that Brooklyn is now one of the most expensive places to live at. And that's because the rich white people made it that way.
Yeah.
So when you said that, oh, it's based on people and where, like, the little bubble they live in, I agree. Cuz I hate to say white people, but white people always feel entitled because of their household and the area that they live in. So when they don't explore enough and don't see other places, they only hear what they were brought up to hear, which is that they have privilege, they can do what they want, you know. But we need to educate our people more.
Now that's the point
It's
of being uncultured. They're uncultured,
yeah,
So
yeah.
and they don't listen. If I was gonna say something so fucked up, but let me not. Let me not. I agree with you. I think it's important to realize that a lot of people think that to be cultured or to be or to be something that you're not, you have to be educated, or you have to come from a certain background, you have to know certain people. No,
Mhm.
that's not it at all.
right,
Mhm.
That's not it at all. Like, oh, just because you don't have enough melanin in your skin, you're not cultured. No, that's not true at all. Because
Mhm.
look at Logic. Like, Logic is pretty cultured, considering that he raps about not only intimate things about his life, but intimate things about society, how he brought up that suicide awareness. Like, that's culture. That's somebody going out social norms and breaking social norms and talking about
Yeah,
shit that people don't
exactly.
normally
right,
talk
right.
about. See, you don't just have to be white and stick to a path that was laid to you. When you deviate from stuff, and when you take the road less traveled by, your eyes open up.
Mhm.
And not a lot of people do that. Not a lot of people open their eyes, especially when it comes to white people that think black people are the problem or Asian people are the problem. Like, no, it's not.
It's
It's not
because
at
people tell them that. It's because the people, I feel like the people around them are they soak in information that they hear. So when when they hear multiple people say this thing, they think, oh well, this must be true if everybody is saying it. You get what I'm saying? Like if I live in an Asian community, and the Asian people are like, oh, black people are very violent, like this and that, and I keep hearing that, I'm gonna start believing it.
all. Yeah, as you
And
should.
that's because, I hate to say it, but that's not my fault. That's the fault of the community
Exactly.
just giving me that information. We as a
Exactly.
community have to be better than that and educate our people. Like, listen, it has nothing to do with race. It has to do with how you were brought, who you surround yourself by, and you yourself should educate yourself. There's the internet,
Right.
there's TikTok. Like I learned so much stuff on TikTok. So it's like, I don't know how to explain it.
No, no, since you got it down pat.
Like that's it. That's all I have
But
to
you
say.
got something to say, yo. I'm on
You're
six
on a
percent right now. Whatever you
you're
gotta say, say it. Say
My
it.
phone is on 9%. My phone is on 9%.
if you guys want, we can end it now. We'll do another one maybe
I
next
want to
week.
hear what you gotta say though. I know you got something to say.
So in Chicago, there's a specific part of Chicago that's actually being gentrified, and everybody knows this. Pilsen has been, and okay, Pilsen is the name of the neighborhood. Pilsen was the biggest Hispanic neighborhood in the city, and everybody knows this. Everybody knows that Pilsen was one of the most Hispanic and just more old style neighborhoods in the damn city. Now, next door to Pilsen is literally University of Illinois at Chicago. Because of the fact that it's next door, the neighborhood is actually being gentrified because of the fact that there's a bunch of college students coming through and actually renting out places or buying out these places and just starting to rent out to college students. And it's just being completely gentrified because of the fact that nobody is keeping that culture there because it's been there for 20, 30 plus years, even before I was born. And nowadays, you just see yuppies. You just see a bunch of people just not being culturally sensitive because of the fact that that's um, uh, the most cultural neighborhood in the city, and
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy because compared to about 15 years ago, if you were to walk through there about 15 years ago, it would be nothing but Mexicans, and everybody know this. Everybody knows that Pilsen was one of the most Mexican enriched neighborhoods in the city. If you go through there now, it's nothing but yuppies, nothing but
Mm.
college students, and everybody knows everybody's hating it now. It's gone to shit. I'm not gonna lie, it's gone to shit. And to be honest, I just wish the gentrification would be more culturally uh, positive or more culturally um, what's the word I'm
Main-
looking for?
Maintained.
Yeah,
Like
because of the
keep it.
because there are murals there that even artists that aren't even alive are that aren't even alive that are still there and they're covering them up. It's crazy.
Good.
You guys want to end it for the night?
Oh yeah, I have to walk my dog and my phone's not.
All right, guys. I appreciate everybody coming by.
But
If we'll be doing I'll be doing another podcast with other people. If you guys want to come by, also Cami, Luna, I'll be doing another one maybe at the end of the week or maybe next
Mm-hmm.
week. I'm not sure. But I will be doing another podcast soon. I appreciate everybody actually coming out and actually watching us. If you guys want, they do stream on Twitch, and their links are below in my description for all channels. I appreciate everybody coming out, and I hope you guys have a good night.
Bye.
all right, guys. Woo! First podcast.
just wanna be loved.